Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to What's the Damage? And boy, is the damage today quite something. It is a very heavy amount of damage. You know, this video is going to be painful to talk about. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before on this channel. I probably have, but I'm going to get into detail now, explaining why in the hell I would never in my life ever go to Australia, okay? Australia is a place that fascinates me, but not in a positive way. It fascinates me because of the amount of danger that this country possesses, you know? Not as dangerous as your neighbor, you know, freaking doing construction with a buzzsaw while you're recording, you know? But anyway, Australia is a dangerous place, guys. It's a very dangerous place, you know? I have a friend who actually wants to go there for some reason. We talked about it in this video here, talking about, it was a collab between me and two friends, and one of them actually grew up in the United States with like me, and she really wants to go to Australia, and she doesn't understand why I don't want to go to Australia. So let me expand on that with this video here today. Australia is hell on earth, you know? I have a theory that Australia is where God tests the most dangerous animals, you know? And like, even if it doesn't work out, he just kind of leaves them there. You know, like he creates a spider that has the most potent venom on the planet, and that it can spit acid in your eyes, you know, and crawl after you and jump on you. And like he tests this thing out in Australia and leaves it there. Like it doesn't exist anywhere else in the world, just Australia, you know? And it is literally, I'm not making this up for the sake of the argument. Australia is literally the most dangerous place on the planet in terms of animal species, you know? There are so many different dangerous creatures in Australia that it's actually ridiculous, and I'm not exaggerating in the least, you know? You can look this up for yourself. Who's calling me while I'm recording a video? I don't know you, go to hell. So you guys can actually look this up if you don't believe me. Australia is actually home to the most dangerous species of any kind of animal that you can imagine. For example, spiders and ants. God, I hate this guy so much. You guys have no idea how much I hate this guy so much downstairs. It's every single day there's the damn buzzsaw. But anyway, in between takes, I'm gonna go and close the damn door and window, see if that helps. But anyway, Australia is home to the most dangerous spiders and ants, any kinds of insects, giant bats, the great white shark, you know, and also the most dangerous jellyfish in the world. Probably the most dangerous animal in the world. It's a specific kind of box jellyfish. I'm gonna leave a link to a video that I did about that some time ago. Just the jellyfish, and this thing's venom is so potent, so strong, that it can kill you anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes, you know, if you don't get treated quickly enough. So I mean, it's hard, guys. It's kind of hard, you know. I'm getting irritated because of the damn buzzsaw. I keep losing my train of thought. But anyway, so Australia is home to many different animals, and we haven't even talked about the snakes yet, by the way. There are a lot of people who think that just because you go to the center, like Sydney or something, that you live in the big city, that you're not gonna see the dangers of encounter the dangers of animals in the city, and yet I'm getting distracted, guys. Let me close my windows and the door so maybe the buzzsaw sound won't interfere or something. Okay, I'm back. Now I closed everything, so if there is the buzzsaw sound again, I think it's gonna be a little muffled. But anyway, so back to Australia. Australia is home to many different dangerous species of animals, and if you think that living in the big city is going to protect you from them, you're completely wrong, because there are cases of people finding, for example, giant snakes in their damn toilets. So imagine you go into the bathroom, you really feel like taking a dump, you open up the lid and there's a python inside. This is a real story. I am not even joking. If I can find a video about the news report on YouTube, I'm gonna leave a link to it up here. You guys can go and watch it. I'm not even exaggerating. And there was this one photo that surfaced online some time ago about a spider that was literally eating a snake. A spider eating a snake. Normally it's the snake that eats the spider, but in Australia, it's the whole other way around. It's a spider that's probably this big, like probably the size of my damn TV, man. And there was a snake. Of course, it wasn't a python, you know, it was a smaller snake, but it's still a snake. A snake wrapped in its web, you know. And it was eating the damn thing alive. And the craziest part is that if you take a good look at the photo, you're gonna see that it's actually on somebody's window. Imagine you get home and then you look outside in your window and you see a spider just sitting there on its web with a snake wrapped around it, you know, like a Like, what do you do in this kind of situation? Like, if I see a spider or a cockroach or a fly, a mosquito, any insect in my house, I'll just go and kill it, you know? I will find it, I will look for it, I will find it, and I will kill it. That's how I am with insects in my household. But like, what do you do with a spider that big? You know, I have a few pillows here on my couch. I think it's probably as big as these pillows. And like, what do you even do with a spider this big? Do you shoot it? Do you like get a pistol and try to shoot it to death? You know, I mean, you can't whack it with a broom. You know, do you take I don't know, a brick, an anvil, and throw it at it? Like, how do you kill this thing? You know, you're gonna have to drop a brick from like the 10th story or something, you know, and even then it might not even hurt it. But anyway, the point is, if I see a spider this big anywhere near my house, I'll give my house to the spider. You know, like, here you go, here are the keys, take it, you know, I'm out, you know, I'll go live in the street, I don't care, here, take it, I have an Xbox, a TV, you can use my stove, help yourself to anything in the fridge, my PC, take over my YouTube channel if you want, if a spider that big, you know, appears anywhere near my neighborhood. But the point is that Australia is one huge death trap, and I think I talked about this next specific thing in my video talking about why I hate beaches. But if you happen to go to the beach in Australia, you're suicidal. You are suicidal and you really want to die, because Australia is home to the great white shark, which of course you can find them in other parts of the world, but that is where they most thrive. And people surf in Australia. You know, Australia is the place with the highest number of shark attacks around the year, you know, and I mean, yeah, you're more likely to get struck by lightning than attacked by a shark, and Australia is still the place where the most amount of shark attacks happen. I wonder why. You know, like, if you want to surf, well, why can't you go anywhere else in the world? If you live in Australia and you want to surf, why do you have to surf in Australia? What the hell is wrong with you? But anyway, you know, let's not judge people, you know, because of their suicidal tendencies and their lack of empathy, you know, for life, you know, the way that they want to off themselves. If you want to get ripped apart by a shark, you go ahead, man. Whenever I see a news report of somebody who was attacked and killed by a shark in Australia, I don't feel sorry for that person. Call me a heartless bastard if you want, but I don't feel sorry for that person. You know what you're dealing with if you live in Australia. You know there are great white sharks in the water, and you know there's a chance of you getting attacked if you go in. So if you do go in and you do get attacked, that's well deserved in my opinion. Anyway, so never mind the fact that Australia is one huge death trap. There are people who say that the infrastructure, I don't know, academic areas, you know, you can find, you can study, get jobs. I don't know. They say that it's actually a very good country to live in, economically speaking, but there is no reason for me to ever risk my life living in a place with so many dangerous beasts, you know. And also the weather, you know, Australia is one of the hottest places in the world, and I'm pretty sure that in the summer it's hell on earth, you know. It's already been said, confirmed, that many people, they need to have an air conditioning system in their homes, and it makes it a little more bearable, you know. But when you go outside, sometimes I complain about how hot it gets here in Sao Paulo, because I have to walk to my job and back home every day, you know, when I go to work, and it's hell, man. It is hell. It's crazy. I hate it so much, and I'm pretty sure that in Australia I would probably want to kill myself within a week because I hate the hot weather. I don't know if I've ever talked about this here, but I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it a few times, you know, especially in the beach video that I mentioned earlier. I do not like hot weather. I hate hot weather. I hate the sun. I hate the heat. I hate my body getting hot. I hate sweating. Everything associated with the sun, I hate, you know, so I wouldn't enjoy, you know, I would definitely not enjoy like going to a place like Australia. So the animals can kill me. The heat is insufferable, you know, there's nothing to do. I don't associate Australia with having a lot of tourist attractions, except for the Sydney Opera House, but that's not something that I would ever want to visit. I don't even like opera. Why would I go to the Opera House? There's probably giant scorpions and snakes in there, you know. I mean, there's no reason, man. There is no entertainment in Australia. Not even the women attract me, you know. They're always in the sun, so it's like the Australian woman is kind of like, there's like a stereotype around Australian women, in that they are always very sunburned, and they have blonde hair, so they look a little crispy, you know, they look a little strange, and they have that accent. I have nothing against the Australian accent, like, hey, oh, g'day, mate, how you doing at home ding over time? I have nothing against that, you know, but I mean, I don't know, like Australia has these weird things, like the bathrooms, they call them the dunny or the loo. No, the loo is actually I think from the UK, but anyway, they call it the dunny, you know. It's just, there are different terms that sound a little weird, you know, so getting used to their language would also be a challenge. And if you offer me an all expenses paid trip to Australia, look, I'm gonna pay for your trip. You can fly first class in a jumbo jet, you know, you can get there. I'm gonna pay for you to stay in the best hotel. I'm gonna give you $100,000 for you to spend freely, and you're going, and the person who's gonna accompany you is I don't know, Megan Fox, you know, I don't care. You can put in like the best things that I want in the world. You know, you can say, go there to Australia, record a video in your channel, will get 1 million subscribers overnight. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go because I like to be alive, you know, sometimes. I really don't want to go to Australia, even if you paid me. So if you ever offer me anything at all to go anywhere near that country, I wouldn't, you know, so don't even think about it, you know, it's never gonna happen, just to let you know in case you ever thought about this. So please leave me alone, you know, stop trying to make me go to Australia. It's not gonna happen. And if you want to go, I'm not gonna try to stop you. If you're a close friend of mine and I care about you, I will try, you know, but if you want to go anyway, if you want to insist, if anything happens to you, I'm not gonna feel sorry because I tried to warn you. Australia is one huge death trap, okay? So if you go, it's against your own risk. You know, it's at your own risk. Do what you want, but don't invite me, okay? And don't bring me back any souvenirs, assuming you make it to you make it back in one piece. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to clarify a little bit, explain why I would never go to this continent in my life. It doesn't make sense at all. People who actually want to, so just leave it at that, okay? Feel free to drop a comment or two, explain it to me what you feel about it, if you would go or wouldn't go. I'm actually very curious to hear about that. But in general, I would not. So that's it, guys, okay? This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.